What's up, everybody? My name is Victor Mutua, and this is Get Check, brought to you by Cameras Africa. So today we are going to be talking about camcorders. Actually, as we walk into the month of March, it's going to be all about camcorders and lighting for both photo and video. So stay tuned. In the month of March, share it with as many friends, colleagues, anyone that is interested in light photography or videography, as well as camcorders. Now, to kick off the month of March, actually starting off with the camera that is currently on offer here at Cameras Africa. This is the Canon XA11. And to keep it simple, short and sweet, this is the smallest, most portable, and the very least powerful camcorder that you can currently get on the market. Funny enough, it is actually currently on offer at Cameras Africa. Thank you to our partners over at Canon, and it is going for 92,000. Yes, you are getting a full HD CMOS Pro level camcorder at 92,000 shillings, and it does come with an extra battery. So if I were you, or if you know anyone that really wants to get a camcorder, then this is a perfect place to start. But with all that's out of the way, let's talk a little bit about this camcorder. Now, of course, as most people know, if you want to do video, if you're doing video that's more than an hour long, 2 hours, 4 hours, then this is what you get. For most events, for journalism, for news gathering, and even especially for churches nowadays, this is the camera to go for, because unlike DSLRs, this one will not cut off at 30 minutes. So that's a point to note. All DSLRs, whether the cheapest or the most expensive one, will always cut out at 30 minutes, and that is because of how they are designed by the manufacturer, and also because if you push them longer than that, you start to have issues with overheating, draining battery, and just a lot of unnecessary things that you could avoid. So that's why you get a camcorder. Now, with that being said, who is this camcorder for? Number one, in the main primary, let me say, consumer market for this camcorder over the recent past couple of months and years is churches. We've seen a lot of churches come to our doors asking for a camera for video work, and this is the one we always recommend. It's small, powerful, and portable, and at the very least, it is a camera that will not overheat or cut out at 30 minutes, and it does come with a really powerful compact battery. So easy to carry, easy to use, simple to use. Now, it's also really good for news gathering and journalists if you need a simple, good camera that you can literally run and gun with should the situation arise. So this is a type of camera that can literally fit in your bag, in your hand. It can have up to 2 SD cards, so you have plenty of storage options. And at the very least, this, funny enough, at its price point and at its build, if you're someone who wants to shoot those weird paranormal type, stereotype videos, then the fact that this camera comes with infrared built in is also another plus feature. With that being said, let's delve a little bit deeper into this camera and some of the features and see whether it is right for you. First and foremost, the Canon XA11 shoots up to full 1920 by 1080 full HD video. It comes with the CMOS sensors that captures video at various frame rates ranging from 59.94, which is basically 60 frames per second, and it also includes a 24 frame per second cinematic mode. Now, the main advantage of camcorders, especially handheld camcorders, is that because it's all inbuilt, you do not have to add extra lenses. Now, what that means is for this camera, specifically for the XA11, you have up to 20 times optical zoom, and you don't have to worry about shaky hands because it also comes inbuilt with digital dynamic stabilization. So for those people that love to shoot handheld, then this camera is absolutely perfect for that. You can use it with direct power coming from the wall socket via AC, or you can use it with one of the 2 batteries that it comes provided with a power output ranging from about 4 to 6 hours depending on use. It also has a 3.5-inch OLED touch panel view screen with a 10,000:1 contrast ratio, and besides that, it also comes with an infrared mode. When we move on to the side of sound, something to note is that it has 2 XLR inputs that can provide the microphones with plus 48 phantom power. So for the guys worrying about sound or sound inputs, don't worry, you have XLR in this nice little handy package. Now, you can actually see what you're shooting with the extendable viewfinder, or you can watch it from the screen, which is actually still a touch screen. But besides that, this camera comes with a 2.91 megapixel CMOS sensor. Now, 2 megapixels sounds like a little, but As you're gonna see from the video we're gonna play in a few minutes, it's actually just enough.
Push P. Yeah, push P. Turn me up. Turn me up, P.
So, with that being said, with the specs listed out, you can decide for yourself whether this camera is for you. But in my opinion, I honestly like this camera for the price point and for the value and for the quality. And the fact that it has 2.191 megapixels shouldn't be a turn off. In actuality, I think that's actually a bonus for this camera, because the less pixels, the less noise, especially if you don't have a sensor that can handle that pixel density. But without going into the technical stuff, in my opinion, this camera is perfect for these individuals. It's perfect for churches, perfect for events, perfect for news capturing, perfect for especially indie and established documentary filmmakers and people that like to shoot documentaries as well. That's where this camera really shines through. The fact that it has the inbuilt 20 times optical zoom, the inbuilt dynamic stabilization, the ability to have two XLR inputs and outputs, and the fact that as it is out of the box, you can literally buy this with a lens hood, in my opinion, just basically gives this camera more points. And the fact that it's actually on offer here at Cameras Africa means that if you get this camera right now while stocks last, because I kid you not, these are the last of the last coming into Kenya because Canon is phasing this out, then in my opinion, you're going to get a tool that is going to serve you for a whole lot longer. With that said, if you're in the market for this Canon XA11 or more than one Canon XA11 for your personal use, for your business use, for your events use, then by all means come with the shop or check out the website for more details. We are at 2 branches now. The first one along Kenyatta Avenue 680 Hotel, and the new branch along Kenyatta Avenue still at Westminster House right next door to Art Cafe. That being said, I will see you soon.